Down. Stay. Focus. Yes. Okay. My name is Courtney Cox, and this is Romeo, my golden doodle service dog in training. So, I need a service dog because I have what is called POT syndrome. With POT syndrome, my heart rate will skyrocket and my blood pressure will randomly drop at really strange times, and this causes me to pass out. And he will alert me when my heart rate does go up, which is what you are seeing there. But I'm okay, don't worry. So anyways, he is able to sense that naturally, and what he does is he will alert me by putting a paw on me. That will tell me that I need to either lay down and prop my feet up or sit down. So he's very good at doing his job. So that's why I have him. And there's other various things he can do, like pick up items for me so I don't get dizzy and cause my heart rate to go up even more, and just things like that. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Sit. Good job, bud. Good boy. Move into Liberty. I got a message from this random woman on Facebook who my grandmother had told her my story, and she said, Courtney, I know you don't know me, but I want to help you. And through communicating with her, she told me that she was going to give me $10,000 to go towards getting a dog. So I got him at 5 months. He wasn't fully service dog trained at that point, but he had a lot of his training, and so from there I'm training him on my own, and he has just been a huge help. And that woman was such a blessing that she didn't even know me and did something like that, but I believe the Lord was really working it all together. Yes, good boy. So one of the biggest challenges of having a service dog, obviously you have challenges with training in general and just learning your dog, but another one of those challenges is the general public and the lack of information that they know about it. So looking normal or not disabled is something that a lot of people don't understand. Whatever disabled is supposed to look like, I'm not sure, but people seem to have a picture of that in their minds. So I get all kinds of negative comments like, oh, she's just faking it, she just wants to bring her dog with her everywhere, and things like that, when really I need him. He's just like any other kind of medical equipment, so like a wheelchair or an oxygen tank. Legally, he is medical equipment, even though I love him and he is a dog, he's not considered a pet. So that is a big challenge, people wanting to pet him and just all kinds of remarks and things. So there was this one day, it had been a really, really long day of training him, and we'd been out, and I wasn't feeling good. It was getting really close to curfew. So I was walking through DeMoss, and I came around the corner, and it happened to be Seafall weekend. So all I can assume is that these individuals were Seafalls, I'm not sure. But they saw him and immediately were screaming, "Puppy, puppy, come here, puppy!" And you do not talk to a service dog because they are supposed to be fully focused on their handlers so that they can do their job. So Romy and I walked by. I didn't want to be rude, but I had had a long day. So I walked by, Romy ignored them, I ignored them, and one girl shouted out, "How rude, I'm going to get a service dog and pretend that I'm disabled and put a vest on it so I can parade it around as a service dog." And this is something that hit me really personally, because if it was up to me, I wouldn't bring my dog everywhere if I had any other option. So that was really hard, and I really hate confronting people, but I turned around and I even went, "Ah!" at the girl and then walked out. And I've had a lot worse examples, but that one after a long day was just very frustrating and a prime example of what you do not do when you see a service dog. You do not ask to pet. You do not talk to the dog. If you want, you can talk to the handler, but don't ask super invasive questions either. Obviously, pretty much just pretend the dog isn't there, just like you would a wheelchair or anything like that. You wouldn't go, "Oh, cute wheelchair, can I pet your wheelchair?" Just don't do it. We, as service dog handlers, would really appreciate it. As much as we love having them with us, honestly, bringing a service dog everywhere is kind of inconvenient. You know, they don't fit in every area perfectly, but when it gets down to it, when medication doesn't work or different things like that, a lot of times you're left with no other option, and they really do help your quality of life. So when you hear comments with things like, "Oh, I wish I could bring my dog everywhere with me," and things like that, it really makes us cringe inside a little bit. And obviously, I just wish people knew that their medical equipment You don't pet a wheelchair, you don't pet a service dog. You don't talk to a wheelchair, you don't talk to a service dog. And that's about the basics. Just treat it like you would anything else, any other disability or medical equipment.